Yeah, good morning, all of you. Yes, welcome back to our cost accounting class. And let's move to part 5. Okay, then we are going to discuss some important topics in module 1, Introduction to Cost Accounting. Yes, children. Let's move to first topic, cost center and cost unit. Cost center is the smallest part of an organization or an area of responsibility for which the costs are collected. So, cost center is the smallest part of an organization or an area of responsibility for which the costs are collected. We discussed this heading earlier, cost center. That is, in case of a manufacturing concern, there are different departments are there. Production department, service department, purchase department, administration department, selling department, etc. So consider one department for the cost calculation. We can ascertain that particular department's cost. Okay, total cost involved for the production. Okay, then while we are considering cost center, each department can be considered as cost center. Okay, each department can be considered as different cost centers. Okay, so I think all of you clear. Okay, come to next heading, cost unit. When we are measuring cost, we need some units or common denomination in terms of which costs are expressed. Yes, see the meaning or definition again. When we are measuring cost, we need some units or common denomination in terms of which costs are expressed. Yes, consider our last example, Chandrika soap production unit. Yes, we need to calculate total cost of Chandrika production. Okay, Chandrika soap production. So, while we are calculating cost of Chandrika soap production, we need to use one cost unit now. Okay, Chandrika soap can be measured in terms of numbers. Okay, or packet. Okay, or box, etc. Yes yes Come to next heading, difference between cost center versus cost unit. Before going to the discussion, I want to remember you one thing. You have to write down all note contents and learn properly. Okay, yes. Yes, come to the difference between cost center and cost unit. Come to the difference between cost center and cost unit. Yes, see first difference. See cost center column first. See first difference. Cost center is defined as a location, a person, or an item of equipment or group of these for which cost may be ascertained. So I said already, the examples of cost center you have to keep in mind. Then you can easily understand. Okay, purchase department, production department, sales department, administration department, sales promotion department, etc. can be considered as different departments. No, so these different departments also can be considered as different cost centers. Okay, so we need to calculate cost of each department. Okay, consider one more example. In case of manufacturing concern, there is production department. No, production department also can be divided into 2 or 3 parts. So they can consider each parts as different cost centers. Okay, and they can calculate cost of each centers. Okay, While we are calculating cost, we have to consider each cost center separately. Okay. Yes. Yes. Come to cost unit column. See the first point. It is a unit of product, service or time or combination of these in relation to which cost may be expressed. Yes. Bring that as last example to your mind. Chandrikas of production. In case of Chandrika, we need to count in numbers. Okay, Chandrikas of can be count in numbers only. That number is the cost unit. Okay, or can be count one box. Okay, one box contains 12 numbers of Chandrika soap. Okay, so here box is cost unit, numbers is also cost unit. Okay, yes, clear. Yes, consider our first video, cloth industry. Okay, the raw material is the cloth, finished goods is the shirt. So shirt can be count in numbers. One shirt, one number of shirt. So the cost unit is number. One bundle of shirts. Okay, so bundle is also cost unit. Okay, bundle can be contains many numbers of shirt. Okay, and we watched one more video, that sugar industry. Now sugar can be count in kilogram. Yes, 1 kilogram or 2 kilogram, etc. So that kilogram is the cost unit. We need to use cost unit for the calculation of cost. Okay, then only we can ascertain cost properly. Yes. If you can't follow me, you have to give suggestion. Okay. Yes. Yes, come to second difference. See the cost center column. It may be personal cost center or impersonal cost center or production cost center or service cost center. Cost center can be divided into personal cost center or impersonal cost center or production cost center or service cost center. Okay, I said one example. Consider that last example. We can consider one production department and can be calculate cost of particular production department, and we can consider service department and can be calculate cost of that particular service department, etc. Yes. Okay. Come to cost unit column. Cost units are usually the units of physical measurement like number, weight, area, volume, length, time and value. I think it's need not explain again. We discussed already. So the cost unit is the physical measurement like numbers, kilogram, unit, bundle, ton, etc. Okay, liter, etc. Yes. Come to third difference, cost center column. See the cost center column. Example, each and every production units in a company are called cost center. They gave one example for that cost center. For each and every production units in a company are called cost center. Okay, we can consider each and every production units as cost center. Okay, and consider cost unit column. See the difference, third difference. Example, output of the production units are called cost units. output of the production units are called cost unit. For example, consider one example. While we are manufacturing one soap, we need to put some ingredients. Okay, that ingredients may be measured in terms of kilogram, gram, or milli, or something like that. No, so we need to put oil, etc. No, so oil can be measured in terms of milli or liter, something like that. And we need to put some chemicals. No, so that can be measured in terms of gram, kilogram, etc. Finally, we will get the product, that is soap. Soap can be measured in terms of numbers. Okay, that they are trying to say that output of the production units are called cost unit. Okay, I will repeat. Input, that ingredients may be measured in terms of gram, kilogram, liter, milliliter, etc. And we will get the output as soap. Soap can be measured in terms of numbers alone. We cannot measure that in like a kilogram or a liter. Okay, we have to measure that one number of Chandrika soap. Okay, one number of Chandrika soap. That's yes. See, fourth difference between cost center and cost unit. See the cost center column. In process costing, each and every process is called cost center. That point I said already. In case of process costing, each and every process is called cost center. In case of a manufacturing concern, if they are following process costing, they can consider each process as each cost center. That point I said already. In case of a production department, production may be going through different process or different stages, and each stages can be considered, or each process can be considered as each cost center. Okay, so see cost unit column, output of the process are called cost units. In case of a manufacturing company is following process costing, the the raw material will going through the different process. Finally, we will get one product. That final product measuring unit is called cost unit. That final product, that is output. That final product measuring unit is called cost unit. Clear, I think so. Yes, come to last difference, last point. Cost center column. In contract costing, each and every contract are called cost center. In contract costing, each and every contract are called cost center. Consider one example. ABC Limited get a contract of road work. Okay, ABC Limited get a contract of road work from Kanjangadu to Bekal. From Kanjangadu to Bekal. I will repeat. ABC company got a contract work from Kanjangadu to Bekal road work. Okay. So in between there is one bridge also. So bridge contract is also there. So this road work can be split into two. Okay. From Kanjangadu to Bekal road work and bridge work. Okay. So they splitted that one work into two. Bridge work and road work. Okay, they got one contract from Kanjangadu to Bekal. but in between one bridge is there. They divided that work into two. Kanjangad to Bekal road work, bridge work. So bridge work can be considered as one separate cost center, and Kanjangad to Bekal road work can be also considered as one separate cost center. So two cost centers are there. Clear? So it will be comes under it comes under contract costing. Okay. Yes. Come to cost unit column. The contract itself is called a cost unit. Okay. The contract itself is called a cost unit. So consider my last example. ABC company got one road work from Kanjangad to Bekal. Okay. So that one work is called one contract. So we can say like that ABC company got one contract, one number of contract. Clear? Yes. Okay. Yes, students, I think all of you clear the difference between cost center and cost unit. If you have any doubt, post the same in comment box. Yes. Next we can move to the difference between cost reduction and cost control. Cost reduction and cost control. We discussed these two terms in the beginning, cost reduction and cost control. Cost reduction means reducing the cost. Okay. Reducing the cost of production. Cost control means controlling of cost of production. Cost reduction means reduction or reducing the cost of production. Cost control means control of cost of production. Yes. Let's move to the difference between cost reduction and cost control. See the cost reduction column. First point, real and permanent savings in cost. There will be a real and permanent savings in cost. In case of cost reduction, they can reduce the cost permanently, and there will be a savings also. Consider my example, soap production. Okay, Chandrika soap production. Okay. Yes. Last year Chandrika soap produced and total cost incurred rupees 10 lakh. This year they reduced the cost to 8 lakh. So 2 lakh cost saving is there now. That is cost reduction. Okay, 2 lakhs cost savings is there now. So that 2 lakh is the cost reduction. Okay, they reduced cost in different way, and finally we got cost reduced to 8 lakh from 10 lakh. So there is a difference 2 lakh. That 2 lakh is the savings in cost. That 2 lakh is the savings in cost. So it is real, permanent and savings in cost. See the cost control. Cost control is temporary saving also. I said that example, consider that same example. Last year total cost of production 10 lakh. This year total cost of production 8 lakh. Okay, so we controlled the cost in different way. We controlled the cost by using different way. Okay, so we can so it would be temporary savings also. Temporary saving alone. Okay. Yes, it will vary from this year to next year, etc., and one work to another work, etc. Okay, this will vary from one work to another work, etc. Okay, then while we are discussing cost reduction and cost control with the same example, in case of cost reduction there is a 2 lakh permanent saving now. We got 2 lakh permanent cost saving. That is our savings. Okay. That 2 lakh will not affect any other things. Okay. Yes, cost control means it is temporary savings alone. It will vary from one work to another work. Okay, it will vary from one work to another work. Okay. If we couldn't control cost permanently, this cost savings will also vary. Okay. Yes. Come to cost reduction column. Cost saving in cost per unit. We can save the cost in cost per unit. Consider my last example. We got 2 lakh cost saving and we can calculate cost per unit. Total 2 lakh divided by total number of Chandrika soap produced during that year. Total 2 lakh divided by total number of Chandrika soap produced during that year. Okay. Consider one example. 20,000, if 20,000 numbers Chandrika soap produced during that year, means cost per unit equal to 2 lakh divided by 20,000. So we got cost per unit 20. Clear? I think all of you clear. See the cost control column. Saving either total cost or cost per unit. Saving either total cost or cost per unit. We can calculate the saving either in total cost saving or cost per unit. We can calculate total cost or cost per unit. I said already how we will calculate cost per unit. Total cost divided by total quantity of production, total production in quantity. Then we will get cost per unit. So, in case of cost control, we can calculate either in total cost or cost per unit. Clear? I think so. We can move to third difference. Yes, quality of the product remain unaffected. In case of cost reduction, quality of the product remain unaffected. Consider my last example. Last year we cost of production 10 lakh. This year cost of production 8 lakh. We saved 2 lakh. But that savings should not affect the product quality. The savings should not affect the product quality. Okay. Without the cost reduction may be arise without affecting the quality of products. Okay. Come to cost control. Quality of the product is not guaranteed. Quality of the product is not guaranteed. In case of cost control, we cannot guarantee quality of the product. Okay. We can reduce the cost. We can reduce the materials. And we cannot assure the quality of the product. Okay. Yes. Consider my last example, Chandrika soap production. While we are producing Chandrika soap, we can reduce the oil content. We can reduce the flavor flavor and flavor content, etc. We can reduce now. So finally, we will get Chandrika soap, but the quality will not be same. Okay, the quality will not be same before the cost control and after the cost control. Okay. So the quality of product cannot be guaranteed. Clear? Okay. So next point, come to next point, next difference. Cost reduction is a dynamic approach. Dynamic approach, and in case of cost control there is a lack of dynamism. Okay, then come to next point. Cost reduction, value engineering, market research, job evaluation and merit rating are tools for cost reduction. While we are reducing cost reduction, we can follow some tools or techniques. Okay, so such as value engineering, market research, job evaluation and merit rating. So we can consider market variations for the cost reduction purpose. We can value the job and we can make necessary changes in our production process, and we can reduce the cost. And merit rating also another tool for the reduction of cost. Yes. Come to cost control column. Standard costing and budgetary control are tools for cost control. Standard costing and budgetary control are tools for cost control. Yes, in the beginning of the financial year, we will calculate estimated cost for the production. In the beginning of the financial year, we will calculate estimated cost for the production. Okay, based on that estimated cost, we will we will do the work. Okay, based on that estimated cost alone, we will go ahead with the production, and finally at the end of the financial year we will get actual cost. Okay, then we can compare estimated cost and actual cost. Okay, then we can ascertain the difference between estimated cost and actual cost. We can analyze that cost difference, and we can take remedial measures, and we can implement the same in future production. Okay, so standard costing and budgetary control are the tools for cost control. Okay, so I said already in the beginning of the financial year we have to make an estimated cost estimation. So it is the basis for the actual cost, you know. So it is also a cost control technique. Standard costing and budgetary control tools are the tools for the cost control. Yes. Yes, come to fifth difference, cost reduction. See the cost reduction column. It can be achieved by way of continuous process of critical examination. It can be achieved by way of continuous process of critical examination. That is, we need to analyze the production process, and we need to compare the production process with the earlier production process, and we can consider market variations for that. So all those activities we need continuous examination, or we need to study properly. Okay, we need to study properly the processes, the market variations, and the last year's production processes, and present production techniques, processes, etc. We have to analyze. We need a detailed study about these things, and we have to do critical examination also. Then only we can adopt these techniques into our cost reduction process. Okay, then only it will be success, otherwise yes. Okay, come to cost control column. It is achieved through compliance with the standards. It is achieved through compliance with the standards. So in case of cost control, we said already we can utilize standard costing and budgetary control techniques as tools, and based on that estimated cost alone we will go ahead with the production, and we can control the cost. So it is achieved through compliance of some standards. Okay, then we can achieve it properly. But in case of cost reduction, it is not possible in sudden way. We need to analyze all those things in detail or properly. Then only we can adopt all those techniques in our cost reduction process. Then only it will be success. So I think all of you got this difference between cost control and cost reduction. Yes. Come to next point. In case of cost reduction, it is corrective function. In case of cost control, it is preventive function. Okay, that is, I said already that example, we can come to we can conclude to this point. It is corrective function. So based on these techniques, tools, and our detailed study and our market research, etc., we can apply our observations to our cost reduction process. That is corrective function. Okay, if we are following wrong methods in our last year, we can correct the same, and we can implement new techniques or new methods in our cost reduction process during our year. Okay, then in case of cost control, it is preventive function. So based on some data alone, we are going through the production process, and we can control the cost. I said already that point. Based on estimated data, we will go ahead with the production. Okay, so we will go ahead with the production along with the estimated data. So it is preventive function. We can prevent the same. Okay, yes, I think all of you got all difference between cost reduction and cost control. If anybody have any doubt in case of difference between cost reduction and cost control, you can post the same in comment box, and I will reply for the same. Okay, otherwise you can ask the same in our live class. Okay, you have to complete your note contents, don't forget. Yes, students, let's move to the topic. Next topic, cost sheet. Did you hear about cost sheet? Yes. In case of a manufacturing concern or production industry, they need to prepare cost sheet. Okay. So it simply refers to statement of cost of goods manufactured and sold. It is simply refers to statement of cost of goods manufactured and sold. Yes, so it is a statement prepared to show the various elements and divisions of cost. So consider a manufacturing concern. We discussed already that points. In a manufacturing concern, many expenses are there, many production costs are there. We need to analyze the cost, and then we need to find out the cost. Then we need to record the same, and we have to prepare cost sheet for the same. Then only we can understand how much cost involved for the production. Yes, so it is a statement. So this cost sheet is a statement prepared to show the various elements and divisions of the cost. Thus it is a statement of various elements of cost. We will discuss elements of cost in detail later. Okay, yes, I think all of you got a brief idea about cost sheet. I will repeat again about cost sheet. After the collection of cost data and classification of cost data, it is become necessary to find out the cost of goods manufactured and sold. So for this purpose, this statement is required to be prepared. This statement is known as cost sheet. That is, after the production process, we need to calculate, or we need to fix selling price. For that purpose, we need to calculate total cost involved for the production. Okay, so after getting the all data, we need to record and classify the same. Okay, and for this purpose we need to so for this purpose we need to prepare a statement. This statement is known as cost sheet. Thus it is a statement of various elements of cost. Yes, all of you clear? Yes. Then next we can discuss advantages or purpose of cost sheet. What are the advantages or purpose of cost sheet? So the cost sheet shows the cost per unit and total cost. Yes, we need to find out total cost and cost per unit, that we need to show in a particular statement. That statement is cost sheet. See the second advantage. It helps in fixing the selling price of the product. Cost sheet also helpful for the fixing selling price of the product. Come to third point. It will enable comparison of cost. It will enable comparison of cost. We can compare last year cost with this year cost. Okay, so we can compare price of same product and different brand. Yes, okay. So it will also facilitate comparison of cost. Then come to next point, fourth point. It facilitates the process of cost control. It facilitates the process of cost control. And it will also helpful for the cost control process. We can consider this statement, and we can consider this statement for the future purpose. Then next point, fifth point, it is also shows information relating to profit and sales. Okay, first we can calculate cost of production, then we can reach to the profit also. Okay, we can show all cost involved for the production and sales also, then we can reach to the profit or loss of the operations. Next point, sixth point, it facilitates preparation of tender price. If we need to fix any tender, we can consider this cost sheet as base for that. Yes. Come to seventh point. If you need to fix any production policy, or if you need to do any production policy, you can consider this statement as a base statement. Yes. Come to last point. It communicates information about cost to all levels of management in a simple and lucid style. So this cost sheet will give a detailed view about the cost involved for the production and sales and sales promotion expense. And finally, we will get the net profit or loss derived from the operation. Okay. So this can be circulated among the employees and the management also, and they can consider the statement. They can consider the statement for the analyzing of the actual operation of the organization. That is production. It will in this cost sheet depends the production department. No. Yes. Yes. Come to the next one. Specimen of cost sheet. Specimen of cost sheet. See the specimen of cost sheet. You have to draw the same in your note and learn the format. Total 3 columns. First particulars column, second total cost column, third cost per unit column. Amount column should be shown in rupees. Okay. Then in particulars column, see the particulars column, direct materials, direct labor, direct expense. add together, and then we will get prime cost. Add factory cost along with the prime cost, we will get works cost or factory cost. And see, office and administration overheads, add with factory cost or works cost, then you will get cost of production, total cost of production. And we can, if we get total cost of production, we can find out cost per unit also. How will you calculate cost per unit? Cost of production divided by number of units produced. So you will get cost per unit. Next step, we have to add selling and distribution overheads along with the cost of production. Then we will get total cost or cost of sales. Total cost or cost of sales. Okay. How will you calculate cost per unit? Total cost divided by number of quantity produced or total number of quantity. Okay. So you will get cost per unit. Okay. So students, you have to write down all those contents in your notebook. And in case of advantages or purpose of cost sheet, you have to refer the attachment. Okay. Then one more thing, I will attach one question regarding this lesson, and you have to find out all the answers and send me the answer. Okay. Then okay, you can see the question in attachment. Okay. So the I'm concluding here. Your first chapter is over. I think all of you got an idea about cost accounting in brief, and all of you tried to find out the answers. Thank you, children. We will see in next class.